Biden signs off on Colorado's historic expansion of trans-related health coverage. Many private health insurance plans in Colorado will soon be required to cover gender-affirming care for transgender patients under a landmark approval granted by the Biden administration. For the first time, plans purchased on the state's individual and small group markets, meaning employers with less than 100 workers, will be required to cover transition-related care. The change would take effect on January 1st, 2023. According to state figures, the small group and individual health insurance market covers about 20% of people living in Colorado. The treatments will include hormone therapy, genital reconstruction, face tightening, facial bone remodeling, and other services.
Well, the placement of this story right after the previous one is fantastic. Because if you're going to have to move to another state, it sure as hell ain't going to be Texas. And in Colorado, if you're a pothead, you're like really, it's
you're in a happy place.
Lots of stuff looking good for Colorado.
Right. But
they've got a governor that is LGBT who got married.
It's fantastic.
You go Colorado.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Go ahead.
No, I hope other states follow suit. Just like Mr. Gentle was saying about following the wrong state's suit. I hope that Florida does something like this for our trans brothers and sisters. Well, I know the face that you gave me. Dale is like, yeah, sure, Faye. Don't wait for it.
With Janice in the office.
Well, I think that this is an example of how you can work to change attitudes. Remember, it was 1992 when Bill Clinton was elected, but Colorado passed this vicious anti-gay amendment to their constitution. Not even talking about gay marriage. I'm just talking about just our access to the ability to access the legal system. Over the course of 20, 30 years, well, really 20 years, they've been with us for about 10 years now, they've been the Democrat standard to follow in the West. And I think that hopefully Florida will follow Colorado and less Texas.
Mm-hmm. I really look forward to the day when this isn't a headline, when having basic fundamental health care for all of us isn't news.
Yeah.
So I don't want to kill the program.
We get out of well, we'll always have plenty of things.
Don't worry. There's plenty of people that hate us. Don't worry.
Right. But your observation is a bullseye when we get out of culture war, and then we can turn to the real issues. If you win your seat for Congress, hopefully when good,
yes.
Absolutely, when you win your seat for Congress, you're not dealing with the silliness of the culture war stuff that we're facing. We've got big issues to face. There's one other really good news on this story that's far outside of Colorado. Last night, when this was reported at 8:07 on Fox News, Tucker Carlson's head exploded.
He never looked more handsome.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.